Hello guys, TWC Coaster here. DIRECTV in the past year, or already almost 5 months into the year, have been in two carriage standoffs. One with Viacom and now one with A&E Networks. This article is coming from the Hollywood Reporter. This came as today. It says A&E Networks Group President Paul, can't say his last name, apologize, wrote employees on Saturday about a tense standoff with DIRECTV owner as Lifetime, History, and A&E channels threatened to go dark on Tuesday. A&E Networks Group President Paul, again cannot pronounce his last name, accused AT&T, which owns DIRECTV, and Warner Media of anti-competitive behavior on Saturday as talks on the new carriage deal have reached a tense standoff ahead of an April 30th deadline for a new deal. Having recently acquired Warner Media, AT&T appears intent on using their new position to gain a unfair advantage for their own channels, said in an internal message to A&E Networks Group employees that the Hollywood Reporter has secured. In a corporate video, A&E also warns AT&T DIRECTV customers may never experience our stories again as its channels are threatened with a possible blackout. DIRECTV customers are then urged to let your voice be heard by ringing a phone line or going online for more information about the carriage dispute. The latest impasse with AT&T follows Viacom also accusing the telco giant of anti-competitive behavior in its earlier carriage agreement talks that threatened to leave DIRECTV subscribers without the MTV, Comedy Central, and Nickelodeon channels. AT&T recently pulled the NFL Network and Red Zone channel from its Uverse and DIRECTV Now offerings over yet another carriage dispute. Cannot say his last name, I'm sorry. Again, I apologize. He cited earlier concerns in the wake of its Time Warner deal that AT&T might gain enough leverage in the market to unfairly harm consumers or rivals, using its recent fight with the U.S. government to securely regulatory approval for the transaction. During its court fight with AT&T, the Department of Justice urged the telco giant and its ownership of Time Warner would have bargaining leverage and affiliate allegations. The U.S. agreement urged CNN, TBS, and TNT would also be owned by AT&T, looking to attract customers to its own channel properties. The U.S. courts ultimately allowed the urged merger between AT&T and Time Warner, which has been renamed Warner Media, to go ahead after ruling the government had failed to prove that the nation's largest telecom stood to gain undue control over CNN, TBS, and TNT, with leverage that would harm the marketplace. Millions of households would be impacted and deprived of their favorite programming if AT&T does not carry our networks on their platforms. He warned as AT&T faces yet another carriage dispute with a content supplier. I'm just going to start putting he instead of his name. So he did not reveal details of the carriage feud with AT&T, but it is understood to hinge on carriage fees, with the telco giant holding the upper hand in the ongoing allegations. The A&E Networks Group boss has said the two sides were far apart from reaching a deal with his name with Paul. Yeah, Paul. Let me find it. Paul did not reveal details of the carriage feud with AT&T, but is understood to hinge on carriage fees, with the tele giant holding the upper hand in the ongoing allegations. The A&E Networks Group's boss said that the two sides were far apart from reaching a deal, with Paul insisting his side wanted fair market terms. In its own agreement, AT&T said, "We're disappointed to see A&E put our customers in the middle of their allegations. We're on the side of customer choice and value and want to keep these channels in our customers' lineups. We hope to avoid any interruption to these channels that some of our customers care about. Our goal is always to deliver the content our customers want at a value that also makes sense to them. We've always fought to get the best deal for our customers, delivering the content they want at a great value. We'll continue to fight for that here. While I have respect for them and our long-standing relationship, AT&T has not demonstrated a willingness to navigate reasonably," Paul insisted in his internal memo. AT&T is understood to be looking to cut carriage fees as it looks to pay down its debt, which has grown to $171 billion or $40 billion net of cash since acquiring Time Warner and renaming the asset. AT&T, with its latest financial results, has pointed to the loss of another 83,000 subscribers at its DIRECTV Now streaming service after an earlier 267,000 drop in the prior quarter, amid continuing cord cutting and a shift in TV audiences online. Read Paul's memo below. Dear team, sorry to interrupt your weekend, but I wanted you to hear this from me directly. Every day, thanks to your creativity, talent, and dedication, our networks deliver some of the best programming on television and serve audiences in unique and thoughtful ways. Whether it's giving women a voice like the recent surviving R. Kelly, building transparency around law enforcement through Live PD, or any number of the groundbreaking history series like The Curse of Oak Island or Project Blue Book, the A&E Network's brand of storytelling is distinctive for our viewers. Consumers have more options than ever, and they choose us by the millions because they find programming and community around our content that is meaningful and original. It is a privilege to create content for our viewers. It is our passion. It is also our business. As a business, content has value. We have a responsibility to our stakeholders to get equitable value for our content, for your efforts and the creativity community. Now more than ever, we must protect the value of creativity and content. Most of all, we owe it to our viewers to ensure we are here for them, investing in the programming they love and rely on us for. Running our business the right way requires navigating fair deals with distributors that deliver our programming into viewers' homes. We have done this without our portfolio being removed from any distributor's platforms. Few of our peers can make the same claim. Right now, we are in the midst of one such allegation with AT&T, which owns DIRECTV, and with our contract deadline approaching, we are still far apart from reaching a deal. While I have respect for them and our long-standing relationship, NTT has not demonstrated a willingness to navigate reasonably. The deal we are seeking is based on some fair market terms that have allowed us to reach deals with numerous other providers. AT&T simply has not demonstrated that they recognize the value of our programming and the high regard we have for our viewers, including AT&T's own customers. Having recently acquired Warner Media, AT&T appears intent on using their new position to gain an unfair advantage for their own channels. Many, including the U.S. Department of Justice, were concerned that AT&T would have the ability and incentive to discriminate against programmers like A&E Networks and others like us. It seems that a concern has become a reality. Millions of households will be impacted and deprived of their favorite programming if AT&T does not carry our networks on their platforms. Therefore, we will soon start communicating with all of our stakeholders about this situation, including our viewers. For the past 35 years, the A&E Network's brands have played a significant and influential role in American popular culture, from the vital perspective found on history, to the ever-enduring and iconic Lifetime movie, to reimagining reality and reinventing live storytelling on A&E. We remain hopeful that at the end of the day, AT&T's focus, like ours, will put their consumers first. I realize many of you, as well as your families and friends, may be AT&T or DIRECTV subscribers. Please feel free to share a link to http://www.keepmychannels.com, which will be updated with relevant news and information. We will continue to keep you apprised of any updates. In the meantime, the executive team and I ask that everyone remain laser focused on doing what you do best, delivering amazing stories told with a kind heart and passion that is definitely A&E history, Lifetime, and all of A&E Networks. Sincerely, Paul. So that is the Hollywood Reporter's article on this. Now, going to keepmychannels.com. You've got A&E, History, Lifetime, FYI, Viceland, Lifetime Movies. It looks like LRW, History, Espanol, Military, History, and Crime Investigation. You'll miss some things like Dance Moms, The Curse of Oak Island, and Live PD, which I watch Live PD. I actually have it on A&E right now as of the recording as of 10:34 p.m. on a Saturday night. So let's go to what's at stake. So get the facts. What's happening? To reach viewers like you, our company has to negotiate deals with cable, satellite, and streaming companies like NTT DIRECTV. We navigate several of these deals every year without involving viewers. In fact, our company has never had our channels taken from viewers due to a failed navigation. Unfortunately, in this case, NTT DIRECTV is refusing to navigate fairly, and if a deal is not reached soon, you could lose the channels you love, like A&E, History, Lifetime, and more. What channels could I lose? Up to 10 channels may be removed from the NTT DIRECTV channel lineups. A&E, History, Lifetime, Lifetime Movie Network, FYI, Viceland, LRW, History, Espanol, Military, History, and Crime Investigation. What platforms are impacted by this? You can lose these channels if you subscribe to any of these following services: DIRECTV, DIRECTV Now, NTT Uverse, and NTT Watch TV. Why does this keep happening with NTT DIRECTV? We cannot speak for NTT DIRECTV. Here's what we know. Our company successfully reaches deals all the time. Will my NTT DIRECTV bill at least go down if I lose these channels? No. In fact, NTT DIRECTV has routinely raised their rates even when dropping channels. There is no reason to expect them to lower your bill if they drop our channels. So you would be paying your full bill but not getting the full set of channels you currently pay for. If you find that unfair, well, we agree. Why is this an issue now? Our contract with NTT DIRECTV is about to expire. Our channels can only remain on their platform if a new deal is reached, and so far they have refused to reach a fair deal. What can I do? Speak up and take action. Your phone calls and posts to social media can show NTT DIRECTV how important these channels are to you. NTT DIRECTV is much more likely to keep our channels if they understand that channels like A&E, History, and Lifetime are more important to you. Tell them you won't pay the same price for less. So that's what's at stake, and they actually have this channel, or this this little video, which is not copyrighted, and it will be going to my YouTube channel. It says you can either post or tweet to your thing. So that is that. I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I hope y'all are going to take action. Thanks for watching.